Thanks for staying with us. There is tragic news from Orissa. One woman died and two others were injured during the Rath Yatra in Puri. Nearly 1 million people are visiting the holy city to take part in the grand festival that celebrates the week-long journey of the deities from the main temple. Over 5,000 security men, including 7 anti-terrorist squads, 2 companies of the RAF and 75 platoons of the police have been deployed. Meanwhile, joining in the celebrations in Gujarat was the Chief Minister Narendra Modi, doing something that leaders his stature are not often found doing. As per tradition, he performed the symbolic cleaning of road outside the temple. The battle for Belgaum between Maharashtra and Karnataka is becoming more intense, with the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Ashok Chavan, now backing the demand that the region be made a union territory until the dispute is resolved. The demand was earlier made by Shiv Sena. After Shiv Sena activists attacked buses last evening, Maharashtra has, as a precautionary measure, suspended bus services to Belgaum. The Chief Minister, who held a meeting with Congress MLAs, said he would ask the Prime Minister to consider the demand that Marathi-speaking areas of Belgaum be made a union territory. On Monday, there were street demonstrations against a Supreme Court order allowing the Maharashtra government to file a fresh plea on including Belgaum in Maharashtra. Meanwhile, the Shiv Sena has announced that it will not allow buses from Karnataka to come to the neighbouring district of Kolhapur. Now, after the continuing drama by the opposition MLAs in Karnataka who have not budged from the assembly since yesterday, there's more trouble brewing for the Chief Minister Yediyurappa. Governor H.R. Bharadwaj has said that the Chief Minister himself was a victim of corruption and that such ministers should not be allowed to continue. The opposition MLAs, who had virtually set up camp at the State Assembly, had refused to leave even after the House was adjourned. They wanted a CBI probe into the alleged illegal mining activities of the powerful Reddy brothers of Bellary, who are also part of the cabinet.
This issue needs to be ironed out, whether ministers can indulge in this kind of corrupt practice, that they can continue as ministers and yet do illegal things and making profit out of it.
In other national news, the Chief Minister of Delhi, Sheila Dikshit, is on a mission. Today, she met all civic authorities and took them to task for the traffic snarls and chaos on the roads. Ever since the monsoons began, cars have been at a standstill for several hours in the state. Ms. Dikshit has asked for clearing off the drainage systems and repair of damaged roads as well, all to be in full swing ahead of the Commonwealth Games that will begin in 2 months' time.
कहीं प्रॉब्लम्स हैं तो बता दीजिएगा आप लोग, तो वहाँ पर पानी है, वहाँ पर भी कर देंगे जल्दी से। ये सही बात है कि मलबा भी काफ़ी पड़ा हुआ है और कल की जो रेन थी बड़ी अनयूजुअल थी और आज भी बादल खूब घने हैं, हो सकता है आज भी, बट वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग आवरसेल्व्स टू द बेस्ट। हमने तिथि आप लोगों को बताई थी कि 10 अगस्त तक पूरा मलबा सब हट जाएगा। अब 10 अगस्त तो आने दीजिए।
Now, Nokia may be connecting people, but there is a range that don't seem to be reaching out to. At least 2,500 employees of Nokia in Sri Perumbudur have gone on a strike once again, demanding that employees who were sacked earlier be taken back into the company. The striking workers have also been asking for a hike in their salaries as part of the protest that has started this afternoon. Now, every time your mobile phone rings, you might want to remember that you are part of a country with the largest mobile population in the world. In fact, the Indian telecom industry stands second only to China in terms of services. But the irony is that some of these companies hardly work towards what they promise. Here's why.
Jayaraman, a bank employee, has been out of reach in his own home. This 53-year-old opted for a mobile connection from a public sector for the last 10 years. Over the last 2 years, his relatives and friends complain that he can never be reached on his mobile because of the poor connectivity, strangely in his home alone. Although others in the area have had no complaints. His handset is functioning well too.
I approached the officials at various levels, right from the bottom to top, but unfortunately they admitted that the signals are weak in my area and many areas. So the remedy is not able, they are not able to give that.
With the doors of the consumer courts being shut to telecom cases for over a year now, consumers have nowhere to go. Even the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, which is the sole body to address such issues, plays only a mediatory role.
However, that regulatory authority says that they do consider and they take up the issue with the service provider. However, we don't get a response, so we don't know what is actually happening. So, but the Telecom Regulatory Authority, one positive aspect is they have said that they were seriously considering taking up looking into individual complaints also. So, if they were going to do this, then I think consumers will be more at ease.
Once the redressal forum comes, certainly thousands of complaints would come to light to show that network, after all, doesn't really follow. In fact, it hardly connects and mostly disconnects lives. In Chennai, Bertila, NDTV Hindu.
Well, a system that's urgently in need. Now, the health minister of the state seems to be sporting the mantra, hear and let others hear too. In a move to end the silence in many lives, the Madras Medical College today handed out sophisticated hearing aids to 50 persons for free, and with that was a grant of 1.5 crore rupees for free surgeries, courtesy the state government.
For this boy, the world has been silent for 8 years. Hariharan is deaf from birth. His parents could not afford the instrument that would help him hear. Hariharan and many others like him will now enter a new world of sounds after the Madras Medical College distributed free digital hearing devices.
இந்த கருவி கொடுத்ததுனால எங்க பையனுக்கு நல்ல படிப்பு வரும். கவர்மெண்ட் நமக்கு இத வெளிய வாங்க முடியாது. கவர்மெண்ட் இந்த உதவி செஞ்சதுக்கு நாங்க ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறோம். பையனோட ஃபியூச்சர் எப்படி இருக்கும்? நல்லா இருக்கும். இதனால அவனோட படிப்பு நல்லா இருக்கும். ஃபியூச்சரும் நல்லா இருக்கும்.
The digital hearing devices for free usually cost about 5,000 rupees. Speech and audio pathologists say rehabilitation of the patient after the surgery is very important.
Rehab is more important than surgery is not a very big thing. Surgery is very simple. So all our people here, all our doctors here, all will do the surgery. But the rehabilitation part is more important, plus the cost effect. So once the cost effect is cancelled, as Minister has promised that they are going to give us, then it will not be a problem, it will be a routine program. Like any other surgery, routine surgery we do, it will be also going on.
The sophisticated hearing devices were distributed by Tamil Nadu's Health Minister M.R.K. Paneerselvam. The state government has allocated rupees 1.5 crore rupees for the cochlear implant surgery. In Chennai, Lok Priya, NDTV Hindu.
Now, if we talk about a place where art, food, clothes and the ultimate creative experience have come together for the last 2 years, you would think of the Madras Terrace House. And if you haven't visited the place yet, you might want to do that ASAP. The blue-green doors of this ancient building won't be open for too long.
Whether it is masala chai or bablu samosas, if you have been a loyal customer of the Madras Terrace House, you may want to mourn. The architectural wonder with the perfect interiors is about to shut down by the end of this month. Why, you ask? The landlord has decided to demolish this building.
It's actually like as if it's like something has gone and pierced my heart, because over the last 2 years I've become extremely attached to this place, and I think not only me, a lot of people, and you should see the tons of emails that are coming in and the messages on Facebook like, what, how can you close down? And the Madras Terrace House in these short 2 years has become quite a landmark.
Before Madras Terrace House came, this place was in completely ruins and very dilapidated position, because I live in Roypeta. I've gone here many times. For years it was shut down. But someone out there comes, sees this house, sees an opportunity. She comes, she puts her soul, passion, money, everything, and she converts into this, one of the most coveted, beautiful place. And after a year or so, and he wants to tear it down. And tell me, I think properly Chennai is the only place where heritage buildings are being torn down for all commercial purposes, and no one takes care of it.
Loyal customers and regulars at this adda, who are as enthralled by the chai kada and the clothes as the events that were conducted in this house, are already missing the place.
The tea kada is a very important part where you get this sizzling hot samosas and masala vadais, which is a big favorite, and the cupcakes. The clothes, definitely, I think over the last 1 year I haven't bought clothes anywhere else.
This is perhaps the last time that I am sitting at the Madras Terrace House. A world in itself. Its shutdown is definitely going to be a great loss for all those who have made it their second home. In Chennai, Zoya Thomas for NDTV Hindu.
Well, a hotspot that is definitely going to be missed. Now, have you often wondered whether there are enough career options for a student pursuing a physical education course in India? Well, with more colleges in the country starting physical education courses, the situation seems to be improving, but it's yet to get popular among the large section of people in the country. Our sports reporter Sudarshan gets us this ground report.
Preeti is an English literature graduate from Delhi University, now pursuing her Bachelor of Physical Education from the YMCA College in Chennai. It was a passion for sports that pushed her to take up this career, although her parents were against her choice. Caught in this dilemma of following her dreams and doing what her parents think is best for her, Preeti is not alone. Several students across the country seem to be fighting a battle to keep their dreams alive.
As far as other courses are concerned, they extend to some extent. But in like for BPEd, we can always become a fitness, consultant or a sports teacher, and even we can take care of any individual.
At first, they weren't so up to it because it's not a typical Indian course. But as I've come and joined here, they have seen the possibilities and are looking forward to it.
Experts believe that although the demand for the course has increased among youngsters, it is yet to reach the larger section of the society. Also, the measly salary a physical instructor receives is a major put-off for both parents and students.
Comparatively, this profession has not grown to a higher level. The status among the city is not that great.
But with a steady increase in the number of states coming up with physical education colleges, the future for youngsters like Preeti and Joel don't seem all that bleak. In Chennai with reporter Sudarshan, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
Now, apart from being the newlywed cricketer in the Indian team, Captain Cool MS Dhoni is perhaps in his best times. He endorses more brands than any other cricketer, and now Dhoni has another first. India's cricket captain has signed a 200 crore rupee endorsement deal with a talent management company. This deal takes him past Sachin Tendulkar, who had earlier held the contract crown. The current deal with a joint venture company, Rithi Sports Management and Mindscapes One, is for 3 years. They will manage the Indian skippers' endorsements, brand associations, patents and digital rights, images, visibility on social networking sites and merchandise. Currently, Dhoni endorses 22 brands, which is the most by any cricketer. Now, it's being called the kiss of the World Cup. Captain Iker Casillas' interview with his sports journalist girlfriend, Sarah Carbonera, is a rage on YouTube now. Casillas, overcome with emotion after winning Spain's first World Cup ever, spontaneously expressed his affection towards his girlfriend, well, who said footballers don't have a heart.
Príncipes J se van, pero Iker se queda. Bueno, ¿cómo empezó la cosa? Y mira ahora.
¿Qué quieres que te diga? ¿Qué te voy a decir?
Pues que me digas cómo estás, cómo te sientes.
Pues me pillas en un momento muy feliz, muy contento y súper alegre, la verdad. Yo creo que no lo merecí de principio a fin y solo lo agradezco a la gente que me ha apoyado siempre, a mis padres, a mi hermano.
No pasa nada. Vamos a hablar un poquito del partido y luego volvemos a los... ¿No?
Me voy.
Madre mía. Bueno, pues luego seguimos, ¿vale, Jota? Vale.
Well, they're definitely celebrating, but also a striking resemblance to a World War II photograph taken at Times Square many, many years ago. Well, that's the news for the moment from all of us here. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.